Assassin who disguised himself as a cop to shoot down Democrat politicians and their spouses. He killed 2 and seriously injured 2 others. Today, we're finding out he wrote a letter to the FBI claiming he was trained by the U.S. military, quote, off the books, and that Tim Walz asked him to kill Amy Klobuchar so he could take her Senate seat. Belter's facing state and federal murder charges.
In a letter to the FBI, Vance, I think it's Bolter, claimed Governor Tim Walz instructed him to kill Senator Amy Klobuchar so that Walz could run for the Senate. What? Okay, this is wild. This story is wild. So if you know the backstory here is this guy actually worked for Tim Walz. Apparently his wife was connected to Tim Walz all the way back to 2010. Tim Walz actually hired him on, in his position. So yeah, now they're not releasing the manifesto conveniently enough, but here it is. Minnesota assassin Vance Bolter told the FBI in a letter that Tim Walz asked him to kill Senator Amy Klobuchar so that Walz could take her seat. Wow. So this would tell you exactly why this story has kind of gone away, because we haven't heard much about this story since they found this guy. Now, Tim Walz famously said that he was friends with school shooters, if you remember that.
I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it.
He said that in a debate with J.D. Vance. Now, I as someone that misspeaks a lot, it's just kind of strange that he said that, but I try to chalk it up to like, okay, he just misspoke. I can understand what he was trying to say in that moment, because I think what he was trying to say was that he's become friends with victims of school shootings. That's what I think he was trying to say. But now this story's getting weirder. He said to openly bully Donald Trump. He said a lot of things. He celebrated when Tesla stock was tanking. This guy's strange, dude. This guy is very, very strange. So now I have to kind of go back to that and go, maybe I shouldn't have given this guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I should not have given him any benefit of the doubt whatsoever. So if this was surrounding a Republican or even up to Donald Trump, obviously it would Donald Trump. But if this was surrounding a Republican, the mainstream media would be going crazy over this. They would be going absolutely nuts over this. But of course, here we are. Mainstream media is not saying anything about this story, conveniently enough. Isn't that interesting? Yes, stolen valor as well. Yes, 100%. There's a lot of problems with this guy. Now, again, this is the guy that Kamala Harris decided would be her vice presidential choice. This guy, Kamala Harris's vice presidential choice. Could you imagine if this guy was a Kamala Harris heartbeat away from being the most powerful man in the world? And we were not, like, as much as we can look back and go, Trump won in a landslide, we weren't that far off. We weren't that far off. That's downright terrifying. So this has been a pretty interesting story that's making the rounds right now. And I guess we're going to see what type of attention will be placed upon it. But yeah, I mean, this is some wild stuff right now. Wild stuff, to say the least.